Hi, I'm Annie, and I look a mess. It's kind of windy today and getting a little chilly, but I'm going to talk to you about saving the seeds from some of your plants because this area is supposed to get its first frost, and unfortunately, it messes up a lot of the plants. So tonight we'll be covering things up with frost cloth and using some tarps on different things. But I have a plant called the Angel's Trumpet I want to share with you and talk a little bit about it for those of you who don't know much about this plant. So here I go. When I first found this plant, it was at a garage sale, and there was a lot of deaths in the family at the time, but the flowers on it were quite beautiful when they were blooming. The lady told me that it will produce a lot of flowers and usually starts blooming in May and it'll bloom into the fall. And she was very right on that. Of course, she had several of them in pots. And I had asked her why she was growing so many of them in pots. And she said she wanted to sell a bunch because she had so many. But she also let me know that you have to be careful what area you plant them in because this plant does like to produce a lot of seeds and it could become invasive. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what to do if you want to plant some more of these so you have them growing from year to year. Like I said, they are quite beautiful when they are in full bloom, and the hummingbirds and the butterflies and everything seem to really like them. They don't have a pretty smell like a lilac bush. It's actually kind of obnoxious, but there's still something about the tubular flowers that apparently is fascinating. So anyway, up here you will notice these little green seed pods. These are what you will need to cut off, and you can plant them in the ground in the fall so they can come up next spring. If you let them go to this stage like I have, where they've already started to dry, and I will show you one that's opened up a little bit more, there are hundreds of little seeds in these pods. So what I have started doing is cutting off these pods, and if you'll notice down here at the bottom of the bag, it is covered with little tiny seeds. Now these seeds can be planted next spring so you can have more of this flower. I prefer using a garden area that is a little fenced in area, so that way if you don't have time to cut these off, and if you don't want that many flowers, you may want to give some away. But all of these pods, these are very prickly. You will want to use a little garden trimmer, something like this maybe, and put a pair of gloves on when you're cutting them off. But anyway, you can store those. What I usually do is I'll put them in a plastic bag and then I'll let them finish opening up. I'll take all those little seeds, and then I usually I save medicine bottles, and they work really good for putting seeds in. But anyway, I'll be cutting the rest of these little seed pods off, and that way I can plant them again next year. Like I said, the ones that are still green, I'll cut those off, and I will still put those in the ground and plant them this fall, which now is the perfect time to go ahead and plant them. And I usually put them in the ground, a good 3 inches deep. Snip them here, put them in the ground like this. So Anyway, that's a little bit about the Angel's Trumpet. And like I said, it is very beautiful when there's lots of blossoms on it. Anyway, that's a short and sweet video for you today on this plant. I hope you will check out Kai Dragon Gardening and Cooking channel on YouTube. I do a lot of the videos, and I'm always interested in the comments on things that I can do to make the garden channel better and give you the information that you're looking for. So don't hesitate to let me know in the comments what kind of things you want to know more about, and I will do my research if I don't already know the answer from personal experience or from watching my mother and grandmother garden for years. Also grew up on a farm, so from the time I was 7 years old till I left high school, and then I worked every summer out there and helped my mom. She done a lot of baking, and she had a huge garden, and it got overwhelming for her, so I had to go out and help her a lot with that. Also help Dad in the wheat field and with harvest and different things like that. So there's a lot of educational background, but I like doing this. It's a mother-son channel. It's something that we look forward to do, and every year I want to try and make the garden a little different and enhance it, trying to make it better. You guys are important to us. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Trying to get more subscribers. It's really hard. Sometimes people that don't even know you will try to attack your channel just because they want to be a bully. Don't really understand it all, or why anybody would want to mess with an elderly person, but they do. But I appreciate you, and I appreciate the wisdom and knowledge even we get in your feedback. So tune in, hit the notification button, like, share, subscribe. Tell the people you know about Kai Dragon Gardening and Cooking on YouTube. Hope you'll find the channel to be fun, and you all stay blessed. Have a wonderful day, and keep growing. Bye.